Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to your IP class. In previous class, we have discussed about data protection. We started the chapter societal impacts in the previous classes and we discussed data protection. Before that, we have discussed about digital footprints. In data protection, we data protection refers to the safeguards of our data, that means personal information. In that we have discussed about intellectual property, that means property created by a person or a group of persons are known as intellectual property, and there will be intellectual property right, that means if we are creating a document we have the right in that document. So this is intellectual property right. Then why should IP protected? Then it is an asset and we some information are confidential, and we can mention that property. If we created a property, we can mention it in our resume and so on. So that's about the previous class. In today's class, we are discussing about kinds of IPRs. IPRs means intellectual property rights. So you all know the terms. Today's world, we are using these terms regularly. First kind of IPRs is patent. You all know patent. So for that property, patent is achieved by them. Like that, we all are hearing the term patent. Patent means it is used to protect some technology. If we are using some technology, then there will be an act kinds of RPRS. First is patent. This patent is used to protect technologies. That means if we are creating a new technology in our mobile, we can protect it by using patent. So an active patent act is in India to protect our data, not in India, all over world. Next is trademark. Trademark, suppose if we in football team's jersey or in cricket team jersey, there are some signs, logos, or some words are used. In usually in sports, in other companies also. So in all advertisements, they are using some terms. If it is a jewelry, if it is a cycle, there will be a term to describe that. If it is an umbrella, then we all are hearing some terms. When we are hearing that terms, we will remember that product. So like that, we have to give trade, we can use trademark. Trademark means to protect words, signs, logos, labels. So in by using trademark act, we can protect words. Words means some captions, signs, some logos and labels by using trademark act. Then next is design. Design means suppose some designs in football or cricket we can familiar with these designs. Some designs are for some jersey when we are playing in IPL, or when we are using some football club like Gokulam FC. They have some jersey. In that jersey some logos will be there, so it is protected by using trademark act. And some design will be there. This design is used to protect outer ornamental configuration. For this purpose, there is an act which is known as Designs Act. Then geographical indication, that means to protect regions specific products. That means geographical indications of good act. For example, some regions are protected. So for this purpose, geographical indications of good act is used. Then copyright. Copyright means to protect literary and artistic work. Like our textbook, it is copyright protected, means we cannot access that, or we cannot resell or reprint again, republish that textbook again. So we cannot republish that. We can purchase from the corresponding author or corresponding company only. This is copyright act. So there are five types of kinds of IPRs. Then property rights are categorized into five types: patent, trademark, design, geographical indications, and copyright. Then IPRs are protected in accordance with the provisions of legislations of a country. That means there are some IT laws are there. In India also we are following some laws to protect our IPRs. IPRs means our intellectual property. When we are using in digital form or when we are using in internet, we can use some rules or laws associated with the corresponding country. In India, there are some rules regarding WhatsApp privacy or WhatsApp data or Facebook data, etc. So in India, we are following many acts or many laws are there. These laws are implemented after 1970 or 1957 always there, but for digital data after 1970 these laws are created. So first is the Patent Act for patents, which is in 1970, then Designs Act in 2000, Trademark Act in 1999, Geographical Indications of Good Act. That means if you are using Google Map, there are some geographical indications are there. So this is created in 1999. Copyright Act 1957. Protection of Integrated Circuits. Integrated Circuits means ICs. Layout and Designs Act 2000. Protection of Plant Variety and Farmers' Rights Acts in 2001. So these all are some laws or acts regarding our IPR. Then next is plagiarism. Plagiarism is the violation in intellectual property right. That means it is a violation in intellectual property rights. So you all heard the term plagiarism. So this plagiarism, we are using this when we are searching some data in internet. We will get some papers or journals or some IEEE papers will be there. So we must check if we are creating a new project or new abstract, then we have to check the plagiarism. So plagiarism means act of presenting the words, ideas, images, sounds, or the creative expression of others as it is your creation or your own. That means in internet there are many journals are available. Suppose we want to design a new product, we are just copying from that. Then what happened? Original author is suffered. His data will be lost by us. So plagiarism means we are presenting the words of that journal or ideas or images or sounds or expression. So we are copying something from some expert. So that is known as plagiarism. It is derived from the Latin word plagiare, which means kidnap or abduct. Kidnap means kidnap. We are misusing the data of others. So control C, control V, which is represented here. That means we are simply copying and pasting someone's idea. Suppose I created an idea and I presented in its internet. Then some person named A, he accessed that topic and he created his own version by using my ideas, my words, my images, my sounds, and here presenting that it is created by him. Then what happened? Actually I will suffer because my data is stolen by him. So simply control C, control V from the internet leads to plagiarism. So in when we are publishing some journals or in our project, we are using this plagiarism. That means we are simply copy or copy paste options are there and we are using it. When we are giving our data to the experts, what happened? He will check by in Google. There are many methods to check plagiarism. So if we simply copied and pasted, then what happened? Then if some experts check it, he can understand that because he will check the plagiarism. So why is it important to understand plagiarism? It is a violation of IP, intellectual property right, IPR. So plagiarism is stealing of intellectual property. Stealing one's own personal belongings. Like we are stealing any personal property, any physical property like gold of someone. What happened? It is a theft like that. This is also a theft. Plagiarism is cheating. Plagiarism is an academic offenses. That means we are using academic purpose. These types of papers, designs, all are using for academic purpose, then it is academic theft. We are stealing someone data. So there are two types of plagiarisms are there. There are intentional plagiarism and unintentional plagiarism. Intentional plagiarism means purposefully we are cheating them or we are stealing data from them. That means copying others' work. In intentional plagiarism, we are simply copying others' work or borrowing or buying assignments and we will produce it as ours. Cut paste from electronic resources. That means cut, copy, paste. When we are searching some data, we can access that. Some freely available documents like this are available. This document I downloaded from internet, which is free. So it is not plagiarism or it is not a theft, but because its author is allowing that. Then downloading essays, text from the internet and presenting as our own work. When I recreated this document as our own work, it is plagiarism. Then what is unintentional plagiarism? As the name implies, unintentional means without an intention. Not knowing how to acknowledge or incorporate sources of information through proper paraphrasing, summarizing and quotation. That means not knowing how to acknowledge, how can we acknowledge that person. Then if we copied or cut or paste our data carelessly, that means we are not worrying about it. We are simply searching and copying. If we need the notes regarding digital footprint, then we are searching and we can access that. Then we will not worrying about it, or we are careless to check whether it is copyright protected or not. Then we are simply using it. That is unintentional. Then quoting excessively, that means we are using some quotes from other textbook excessively. Then failure to use our own voice, that means there are many PPTs are available for these subjects. Also there are many PPTs. Then we are producing, if suppose I am producing that PPTs to you, then what happened? My voice is not telecasted. Instead of that, their voice is telecasted. So these are the two types of plagiarism. That means intentional and unintentional. As name implies, intentional means purposefully cheating someone. Unintentional means without knowing or by using some mistake or by careless we are copying some data is unintentional. Then how to avoid plagiarism? How to avoid plagiarism means without searching internet we have our own idea. Based on that we can create notes, we can create voice, we can add our own voice like that. So first is use your own ideas, then cite the sources. Then when we are using someone's idea, then what we can specify in that document itself. That means if I am using Preeti Arora's textbook as reference, then I can mention that this is based on Preeti Arora's textbook of class 12 IP. So we can mention them. Then rewrite other ideas in your own words. So other other subjects ideas by using our own words we can write. Then take careful notes. To avoid careless or careless theft, we can use careful methods, then develop your writing skill. We have our own skill, by using that we can develop. So this all about today's class. In this class we studied about IPRS, some laws for IPRS, some acts for IPRS. Then what happened, we studied about plagiarism, that means violation of IPRS is known as plagiarism. Two types, intentional and unintentional, and how to avoid plagiarism. So let's stop the class for now. Let's continue our class in next day. Thank you and have a nice day.